Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful YouTubers. How we doing this morning, YouTube? To the moon. All right, we're just getting everything else ready here. To the moon, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Travis, Andrew the Believer. Get over here on TT and start tapping. Make sure we're tapping Travis over there on the tubes. To the moon. There he is, Andrew the Believer. Good morning, Jade. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, SS. Gabriel, good morning to you. Good to see you. We got the Night Star on the board, everybody. We got the Night Star on the board. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's bleeding out. It's bleeding out. It's bleeding out. Good morning, girl mom. Good morning, girl mommy. Yes. Look, everybody, it's going to bleed out. It's going to bleed out. Woo! Oh, my God, everybody's going to bleed out. Good morning to the moon, they say. To the moon. All roads. Pity the fool. Good morning to you, Pity. Mr. Dave, there he is. Mr. Dave. My boy. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Let's go, everybody. T-T-T, T-A-P, 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 T-A-P. Right now we got 0 shares. Share it alive out, my beautifuls. Share it out. Hit the arrow in the bottom right corner and share it out. Let's go, let's go. Joe Trevelyan. Thank you, Mr. Dave. I appreciate you, my brother. I pity the fool. I pity the fool. Joe Trevelyan. The third Night Star. Marcus with the gold medal. Marcus, we got to hit those Night Stars, my brother. Always hit the goal first. Love you. Virginia. Virginia. How are you? The Elliott Wave Principle? I don't do any of that nonsense. Let me ask you a question. Live Lander, is it working for you? What's up, Flip Flipper? How are you, my man? Flip Flipper is in the house. Yes. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. JDM with the ice cream cone. Here comes Lino and JDM. Lino, Mr. Day with the $1.99. Lino Rocha coming in like a battering ram. Thank you, Lino. I appreciate you. Love when you do that, too. Helps that ALGO, baby. Lino, my Lino. Lino with the money gun. Lino. Yo, baby. Thank you, JDM. Thank you, everybody. Marcus, everybody. I appreciate you. We are at 3.1 thousand likes. Few more. We're going to get this party started. JDM knows what he has to do on that side. Kiokas to the moon. It's on. Yeah, I can tell. Thank you, brother. On futures, it works. Okay. Are you great? Live Lander, have you been green the last 7 months in a row? Why does everybody say no to that? We haven't gotten anybody that said yes yet. Unless you're in the VIP, of course. All right, here we go, everybody. Welcome. My name is Voss. Hope you're doing well. All we ask that you do is TAP on YouTube and on TikTok, all chat live, okay? Share the live out. We got 6 shares, and donate if and when you can. That really helps out tremendously with the stream, okay? Here we go. Miss Market tomorrow. We are in what? We are in a neutral state. Whoop, hold on. We are in a neutral state here on Miss Market to the downside. Will I be playing that lower in this neutral state? No. So now we're going to head over to the 5, the 15, and the hourly, and we're going to look for our major support level. Our next major support level is going to be at 652, all right? So mark these levels down. 652 will be your next major support level. You're going to be coming into a double bottom here around 652, all right? You also got to know the state. We are in a neutral state to the downside, okay? The more we go down to that support level, the wider we're going to start to get in our state. The wider we get into our state, everybody, the 20 will catch up to the 200, and we will be going back in the other direction. So mark that level down on Tesla. On SPY, sorry. On Tesla to the moon. We were going to the moon, everybody, right? Everyone was on here, 475, we're going, baby. We're going 500, 600, 700. No, you weren't. You were just coming back to the 20, which we did. Okay, so remember, all roads lead back to the 20. You're starting to get into a wider state here on Tesla to the downside. Would I trade this to the downside? No. Only a novice is going to trade that to the downside, okay? You're also going to be coming into the 1 hour 200. The granddaddy of them all, right there, 409, major resistance. Do I want to chase this from 413 to 409 into that 200? No. I'm going to go look for this way, back to the upside on Tesla. Good morning. Peace lover, thank you for the follow. Remember, moderators, I took the blocking and muting away. You can pin, though, because we want the mutants to keep chatting. All right, it helps tremendously. That's what we noticed. Okay, hims and hers. Let's see what we got. When they don't get the attention, they'll just leave. Do not reply to them either. All right, here we go on hims and hers. You will be in a neutral state on hims and hers. Yes. To the downside here, we got to look for major support now. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking to go lower. You're looking for support. And right here at $53.62, you are going to get support, okay? Right here at $53, I'm going to mark this out. You see the pivot? So you may get a poke through into the 200. You're going to tail just like you did 2 times here, back up to the upside, back to that 8. So $53 is going to be your major support level. Remember, as always, traders, what do I always tell you about the moving averages? Is it this one straight line right here? Is that the moving average? No. It is a range, okay? So when you come into it, this is a range and it bounces back off. A lot of novices think that when they see this right here. You see that? We broke the 200. We broke the 200. You didn't break anything, okay? You're just coming into the 200. You're not breaking anything here, folks, all right? So make sure you know that. $53 on hims and hers. AVGO to the moon. Let's see. AVGO, neutral state, just pretty much everything is right here. We're not chasing anything to the downside on AVGO, okay? We are looking for our major support levels. We're at this double bottom right here at 324.50, all right? 324.50. As we pull this back here on our hourly, we have room down to 317. That is your next support level on AVGO. All right, AVGO, you have room down into 317.53. First stop on AVGO. Then you're looking for move back to the upside. Also, look how you closed out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles to the downside. Don't be the amateur. Do not short because you're going to get wrecked coming back the other way, okay? What else are we looking at? The Qs. Make sure we're tapping, everybody. We're at 12,000. I love it. Here on them Qs, we're starting to get a little wide here. Neutral state starting to get wide, all right? We are under the 200 now on the Qs. We're going to mark that out for you, but you're still starting to get wide. So you're looking at the next support level will be right around here, 588, all right? 588 will be your next support level. That is a triple bottom right there. As you come down, you will be triple bottoming back up. Now, here's the thing on the Qs, that you have to be careful of. When you're coming back up, you have a 200 in the way going back the other direction now. So let's get over 593 with a retest back up. Okay? Got it? Make sure. You got to remember, what was once support is now resistance coming back the other direction. So that's what happens with a lot of pivots with a lot of traders. Let's say you're taking a reversal down here. As you're coming back up, this triple bottom right here, I'm going to mark this out for you better. Hold on. You see this triple bottom? 1, 2, 3. As you're coming back up, that's now resistance. That was once support. This is now resistance coming back up. Just because you break the support level doesn't mean it's over. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, coming back up is resistance, all right? A lot of traders don't realize that, and they get nailed. Candy! Candy! Thank you, my Candy. I love you. Thank you so much. All right. So that is the Qs, the Qs. Last night, I was thinking about today, and I was saying to myself, why do so many traders fail? They lose. All right. We know 9 out of 10 traders lose every day. Every month, they're going to lose 9 out of 10. And why is that? I was really diving into that. And it dawned on me. I said, what did I do when I was losing so much? I was making it too complicated. I thought this trading thing was the most complicated thing in the world. I would search, different things out on Google, these big terms like liquidity and all the bullshit, right? And I said to myself, oh, you got to be really smart to be able to be a good trader. It's a smart person's game, with all these big numbers. And it's got to be hard as hell, all these mathematical equations, all this nonsense. And that's what was holding me up. I was making this way more complicated than it is. And then once I learned how to trade properly, I said, oh my God, was I a moron? I'm like, this is like my 5-year-old can learn how to take color changes. My 5-year-old can follow a line in the direction. My 5-year-old knows when I tell her it comes back to the heartbeat of the market. And I'm saying it can't be this simple. It's hard as hell to trade. Yes, we make it hard because we're impatient, we're not disciplined, and we have big egos. But the technical part of trading is the simple part. We are the problem. We make it hard as hell because we're just too damn impatient and we have so much emotions on this. Okay? We have so much emotions in the market because we're all looking for money. Most traders that come in that want to day trade, they're desperate for money. All right? I'm going to say if you line up 10 people, 8 of you are desperate for money. Okay? And if you aren't desperate for money, you either hate your job or you don't have a job right now or you're having a hard time, whatever it is. Those are the factors that I see every single day. So when we put all those emotions of not having a job, desperate for money, you need to make money quick. When we enter those emotions into day trading, it turns into an absolute disaster. So what winds up happening is we dig ourselves a bigger hole. That's what's happening. And we think trading will get us out of that hole that we just created as well. It won't. And that's what creates revenge trading. And that things just spiral out of control. So when I have a trader that tells me, I say to them, why are you day trading? So right now, I want to ask all of you in here right now, why do you day trade? Put it in the chat. Time freedom. Multiply money. Make quick money. Money to have more time. Another income to make money. Financial, see what I'm saying? So 8 out of 10, it should be even higher than that, 9 out of 10, come into this because they want to make more money. But the problem that they occur is they lose more money. Because of the emotion that you need to make more money, you're going to wind up losing more money. So that's why when you get into a trade, let's go back here. When you get into a trade, let's say in the wrong spot of the market cycle, like we talked about yesterday, and it goes against you down here, this is why you hold on for dear life, because you have the emotion of you need money, and right now you're losing more money than you started with. So that's why we hold on and we build these bad habits. So the bad habits that we build, we get in and we get out real quick because we're so sick of losing all the time. We get in, we get out real quick, in and out real quick. But the losers, we hang on for dear life, praying to the big man upstairs, right? And that's the bad. That's why your losers are always smaller than your winners are always smaller than your losers. Is because you built this bad habit. And the habit was first started from your emotions. And why were they started from your emotions? Because you are desperate for money. See how this all spirals out of control? We feel great when we first start trading. And most traders, what they do, you ready for this? Most traders, what they do is since they're desperate and they have the emotions because they need more money, they open up an account with a free broker. That's the first thing because they can't afford to lose money to begin with, but they're going to day trade because they think it's going to make them money. So they're going to a free broker. I would say most will either start with Webull, Thinkorswim, or Robinhood. Okay? And they're just going to get smoked right out of the gate. Boom, 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 account's gone. How many of you started day trading with your live money and within a couple days you were staring at the screen like this at one point? Oh my God. You were looking at your income and it was gone. Your account money was gone. And for some of you, you were below that. You were in the red, okay? How many of you had that happen? The heart rate goes up, you feel the tingling feeling in your body, and you were like, oh my God. And you're blinking like, will this money come back into my account? What happened? That's because you don't know what the heck you're doing. You have no idea what you're doing. If you treat the stock market like a CASINO, you're doomed. You are doomed. So what do we have to do to make this better? We have to eliminate the emotions. We got to eliminate the emotions. This is the hardest thing I have to do with new VIP traders. Right here, the hardest thing. I'll have VIP traders type in the VIP chat, Voss, blah, 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 blah. And it's money, 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 money. I won't answer them. I just completely ignore them because only thing they're focused on is money. I need to let them lose more and lose more and lose more and lose more until they hit rock bottom. Because by me telling them, your emotions are in it. Your emotions are in it. Your emotions are in it. Stop thinking about money. It doesn't go between the ears. They haven't lost enough yet. They haven't hit rock bottom yet. Okay? And then once they hit rock bottom, then we can rebuild their trading journey. And this is how we're going to do that. First of all, we got to eliminate the emotions. And we're going to put you in a simulator. You must be green in a simulator for 6 months straight, minimum 350 trades by what we're teaching you. That's going to take a little bit of time. And trading and learning how to do this takes time. If you don't have 6 months to give to learn how to trade, don't do it. You're going to lose. You're going to blow up 2 or 3 accounts. It's just not worth it. Don't do that to your family. Just quit. Okay? Because you got to put the time in order to do this right. And we're going to take the emotion out for you. okay? Because we are going to put you in the sim so you can start trading and learning the setups. Because what's going to happen when you get green 6 months in a row, minimum 350 trades? You've built consistency. You now have a strategy that works. So when you put your live money on, you know you won't hesitate. You will just enter because you've done it for 6 months straight. Will it be easy to do them in a row? No. So what happens is we had some VIP traders that did this. They got all the way to month 5, and nope, they didn't do it. They had to go back to month 1, okay? Back to month 1. They had the minimum 350 trades. Now they just got to get green in a row, okay? If you're on month 6 all the way here, at the end of this month, you're red, you're going back to month 1 because you're not ready. You aren't ready to do it. You got to do it consistently, and I don't want you to do it in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because most of you aren't going to do it anyway. But I don't want you to do that, okay? I want you to have the struggle in between because that's what makes you learn on how to trade. What did I do wrong that made me go back to month 1? Where are my bad trades at? And another thing traders do, and I used to do this too, it was terrible. At the end of each day, or we'll give it at the end of each week, okay? At the end of the trading day, 5 days, I will go back and review my trades for the week. You have to review your trades after the month. That is the big picture. And in order to do that, you must be journaling your trades. You have to journal. Now, there's 2 types of journaling you're going to do. One is you're going to upload your trades into an online journal system. They're going to give you your equity curve, your average loss, your average winners, all of that mumbo jumbo, okay? Your winning percentage, all of that. The second thing you are going to do as far as journal is you are going to journal your actual setup trades, okay? So you have setup trade journals, and then you have the regular statistics, okay? So your setup trade journals are actually more important than your statistics are because every time you lose a trade, you got to say, you're going to put this on your journal. What state was the stock in at the time of my trade? What position was my stock in? What market cycle number was my trade in? Did I win? Did I lose? Okay? And then that's what you're going to write down. Because most of the time, a lot of you are going long in a wide state. A lot of you are going short in a wide state. I just went through a VIP trade this morning, and the first thing they did was they went short into a wide state. I mean, you couldn't get more wider than this stock. Okay? And they were like, oh my God, I didn't see that. You're not supposed to see that in the beginning because this is all new to you. This is real trading. What you were doing was just nonsense, hoping and praying, throwing a Hail Mary, hoping a stock would go to the moon for you and you'll get rich. Never going to happen. Okay? So what was your state? What was your position? And what was your cycle? Every losing trade you have, I will bet you can mark off all of these that you did it wrong. You did them wrong. You were in a wide state trying to go in that same direction. You were in position 3 trying to go along. Your market cycle was like a number 2 and you were due for the pullback. I will bet it every single time. And that is what we're going to do. We are going to show you how you should trade versus what your losses look like now. So you're going to take where you should enter and you're going to plug it into where you used to enter. And I'm going to show you right now what you're doing. So what a lot of you, the majority of you are doing, especially at the open, are going long here. That's one loser right there. You are trying to go to the moon on the Qs, and you're going to lose because you don't know your position. Okay? You don't know your position. What position are you in here? You have no clue. What state are you in? You have no clue. So you immediately lost already on this trade because you don't know the state and position you were in. 0. VIP traders, would you go long there? Would you go long there, VIP? Tell them why you won't go long there. Tell these novices why you won't go long there. Tell them why. I mean, you guys are laughing at it because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Well, first of all, you're in position 3. You're in a bear neutral state. Where are you going to the upside? Where are you going? You ain't going long. Traders, a lot of you are bleeding out like you're talking about now. Tomorrow we're going to bleed out. And you're going to lose and you're going to blow up another account. Why are we going short here, traders? Please tell the novices. Why aren't we going short there, my beauties? Boop, 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 boop. Too far. All roads lead back to the heartbeat of the market. Most of you, do you know what the heartbeat of the market is? Who in here knows what the heartbeat of the market is? Put it in the chat. If you don't know, put I don't know. Okay? Put I don't know. Gap has to fill. Gap has to fill. The gap has to fill. The gap. See the gap? All roads lead back to the 20. Correct. What's up, Josh? How are you, man? All roads lead back to the 20. The gap has to fill. The gap. I'm looking for a gap. Anyone see one? I don't got one. I used to have one on my teeth, but they're gone too. The gap has to fill. Okay? Now, we're going to have a little fun here. You ready? We're going to pick a random day. I'm going to close my eyes. Ready? To the moon! The next day that comes up. Where are we? Here we are here. Here we are. The 22nd. All right? The 22nd. How many of you are going long here? Davion. Because Davion, thank you, Alex, just became a super fan. Alex, thank you so much, everyone. Hashtag Alex in the chat. Thank you, my Alex. I appreciate you. Adorable dad, Alex with the roses. Davion Candy. Hammer those roses, everybody. Screen record it. Screen record it. Let's go. Let's go. What's the heartbeat of the market, everybody? What's the heartbeat of the market, everybody? The 20, correct. All roads lead back to the 20. See, most traders, with the emotions, you're losing. Why? Because of the emotions to make money. When you are trading, you should never, ever, 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 ever look at your profit or loss in a trade. You shouldn't even have it up on your screen, ever. How many of you have the profit and loss up? How many of you, when you're in a trade, are looking at your profit and loss? Go up and down. Put yes in the chat or no in the chat. How many are looking at their profit and loss? Oh, boy, here it comes. Here it comes. There it is. There it is, everybody. And that's why you're losing. How could you possibly be successful at this when you are looking at the very thing that controls your emotion? How? How can you? So when you get into a beautiful A+ setup to the upside, and you get a move to the upside, once you get this pullback and you start seeing your money in red, you're going to get out. But look what the move does. Look, you let emotions dictate your trade instead of the setup to dictate your trade. That's the difference. The novice is trading on emotion. The pro is trading on the setup of the trade. They are confident in their setups because they've done it over and over and over and over again. And where do they learn to do it? In the simulator. Why? Because there's no emotion involved. How are you going to learn with real money? It's impossible. It'll never work. Ever, ever, ever. Because I want you to look at how you're doing now. Is it working? Is it working right now? No. And it's because you're looking for the Hail Mary. You're looking for the Hail Mary. Please get me rich in one trade. Chasing the IPO. Chasing the news. Folks, in this thing now we call trading, we are little peons. We're like little specks, okay? We're even smaller than this. This is who we are in the trading platform. We're not looking to predict what the market is going to do. Do you know what we're doing? We're not predicting anything. Because if we went off of what we predict the market would do, we are damn bad predictors. We're not Nostradamus, okay? We are just going with the market. We are jumping on board and going with it. We are not trying to recreate it. We are just going with it because you're going to do that based on the setups of the trade. You have to understand this. You have to get it through your head. I know right now it's so hard to take the money aspect out of this because you're desperate, right? You're not willing to learn for 6 months straight or 3 months straight. You're not willing to do it because you're desperate. You're saying, I need it now. I need it now. Well, you're going to lose more. You are going to dig a bigger hole. So you got to step back and say, let me learn how to do this the right way. And then you will thank yourself months down the road that you did that. Why are you trying to hit it all in one day? It will never work. And that's what I was thinking about last night. What was I doing that made me so bad at this, other than not knowing how the market cycle worked, what state I was in, or what position I was in? It's because I was desperate and I wanted to be right and I wanted it now. I didn't want to wait. I was the most impatient human. I am the most impatient human on the planet. Not anymore, because trading has fixed that for me. Because I had no choice but to be patient. And emotions is what dictated that. Okay? Yes, how do you get into the VIP? You are going to head over, and we got a lot more to do here, everybody. You're going to head over to thevosstrading.com. Congratulations to all the new VIP traders yesterday. We had another new person, watch the first VIP video education and goes, oh my God, this is good stuff. I told you, thevosstrading.com. That is where you're going to go, or click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. I love it. I'm telling you, out of everyone who joins, we always get people who immediately go, and I love that they do this because they're watching the stuff right out of the gate. Oh my God, Voss, I can't believe I was trading so badly. This is insane. Everyone has that reaction because you don't know what you're doing. Let the ego go. Don't be macho man, okay? He's locked in. I am locked in because I want to help people. I want you guys to get, because I know what you're feeling right now. Tomorrow, you're all excited about the market, right? You can't wait to hear this. Well, you love before this. I'm going to get into that in a second. You can't wait to hear this, everybody. Look. Then the heart rate starts going up. You start to sweat. The analysis paralysis kicks in. You got trend lines flying all over the place already because you were doing that 6 a.m. You got this. You got your RSI, your MACD. Your chart just looks like this, and you were about to trade the market. What? What the hell is that? Right? You spent 3 hours before the bell doing all of this. You're not going to do that anymore. That is what your chart's going to look like. Okay? The bell goes off. You're all excited. You're like, I get to trade because trading is fun. It's exciting. It's great. Okay? But when you're a good trader, it becomes more. So if trading's still exciting for you and you still get the heart rate, you're not there yet. Once you sit down and the bell goes off, you're like, okay, it's boring time now. I'm going to do the same thing I do every day, the same setups. Let's get to work. It's not supposed to be a rush, like, oh my God, here we go. Yeah, like a roller coaster ride. Hold on, we're going for the ride. Woo! Woo! Show me an amateur trader, ready? That doesn't do this when they win. Yeah! Yeah! And when they lose, they're like this. 1 minute, they're like, whoa, yeah, to the moon, 10 cents per share. And then their losers like, I just lost $6 per share. And I'm still in it. I'm still in it. I'm not getting out. Please go up. Please go back up. How many of you have done that? Hello, India. Rock. Hello, my baby. And we're going to take that all out for you. All right? We're going to help you out in the VIP. We're going to help you out. All right. So now this is the important stuff. Let's go over to Qs. We know on the Qs tomorrow that we are in a neutral state. That is what we know. That is a fact. We are in a neutral state. What don't we know about the Qs? What are we missing here on the Qs? Adorable dad with the pumpkin. Yes, it is. Thank you for the roses, my brother. I appreciate you. Let's hammer some more roses, my beauties. We don't know our position. There are 7 positions that you learn in the VIP, okay? We're going to make it very clear for you. And that as you start trading the correct way, as days go on, you're going to say, oh my God, I used to go long or short there. What the frig? I can't believe it. This bald head guy on TikTok knows what he's doing. So we know we are in a neutral state. If we open right here tomorrow, right there, if we open right there, are you going long? Here's your gap. Let me do this actually. Here is your gap up. If you open right where that X is, are you taking that? Are you looking to go long? Well, VIPers, I know what you know. No, we're not going long here. Now, I'm going to break this out for you, okay? So we open here. So what do we go back to? We go back to what? What position are we in? Okay? Position. What state are we in? And what is the market cycle? What position are we in? 3. What state are we in? We are in a bearish neutral state. So let me ask you this, okay? Let me ask you this. Are we ready? I'm going to put this in easy terms for you. A bearish neutral state with a bullish position 3 is equivalent to you driving and you have traffic in front of you. And the traffic is about an hour long. Are you going to drive your car into all that traffic to try to get on the other side of that traffic? No, you're not going to go anywhere. It's the same thing here. You are in a bearish neutral state, right? Say that out loud. Everyone put that in the chat right now, because as you type it, it's going to sync. We are in a bearish neutral state. We are in a bullish position. The state of your stock trumps the position that you are in. Do we got that? Everyone with me here? So we are, the state of the stock. The state of the stock is bearish. Okay? Are you going to go long at the open? Now, I want you to think about this. Whoa, we hammered those roses already. Candy, Zen Method, hold on. Let me start another gold, Zen, hold on. Yes, it is. They're on fire. No, folks, you're in a bearish state. How the hell are you going to go long? So what you want to do, okay, remember, we open here. We need the pullback first. We need the state to get bullish, and you're going to get that during the pullback, and then you will strike for a long. The problem you have is you are trading on the opposite side of the cycle. That is where you are screwing this all up. If I look at your trading, how many of you right now are really bad at trading? Just be honest. How many of you are really bad? Just put me in the chat. How many of you are really bad? And what I mean by really bad is you can't get consistently profitable for 2 months in a row. Okay, a lot of me's. Okay, that's fine. You're supposed to be bad. So don't get down in the dumps. You're going to be okay. Okay? Don't get down in the dumps. Everyone's bad in the beginning. Everybody, I promise you. You are really bad at this. All right? So it's going to take time to get good at this. We're talking about the stock market here. I need to bring you back to real life. Okay, we're talking about the stock market. So the things you're going to do is you're going to stop treating it like a CASINO, okay? You're going to take money out of the equation. You're going to take your profit and loss off the charts. You're going to get rid of your RSI. You're going to get rid of your MACD, all your volume, all your trend lines, all the nonsense. You're going to get rid of all of that. See, right now, don't you feel all the pressure coming off already? You're putting all this extra pressure on you for no reason. And at the start of this live, I said the theme of it was you're making it more complicated. You're making this more complicated. You're putting too much pressure on you. Now, let's make this simple. We know when we're up here in position 3, we're in a bullish position 3, but our state is a bearish neutral state. You know now, the bell goes off, you're not doing a thing if you're looking at the cues. You are doing nothing. I'm just going to save you a lot of pain here. Nothing. What you are going to do is look at your retracement. As this starts to fall, this is going to tell you your next play in the market. VIPers, now that you know, now everyone who's not a VIPer in here, I need you to listen and look at the chat. VIP members who have been with us a while, can you now see your setup evolving before it evolves? Can you see your setup forming and you're just waiting to strike at the event? How many VIPers now are like, okay, I know where it's going to pull back to? Put it in the chat. Yes or no. If it's no, put no. If it's yes, put yes. Okay? There's your answer right there, traders. Now, my next question to the VIPers. Here's our move up. Follow me, everybody. That's our move up. The bell goes off. We're right here. We get the pullback. We think, okay, it's setting up for another long. We're getting into a narrow state now. I'm just waiting for an event to bring me back. As we keep going, the VIP trader now is doing this. The long's out of play. Forget it. The long's over with. VIPers, do you know when it's time to now go into short mode? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Do you know when it's time to go into short mode? So the VIPer thought, okay, we're setting up for a long. Nope. They immediately switched gears. We're setting up for the short now. Boom, boom. Party's over. Back to the downside. Why the amateur trader is still holding on to this mess down here because they tried to go long up here. And why did they think they were going long there? Because they had a gap up. They think because the stock rose up in price, all that, we're going long, we're going to the moon. Emotions are involved now. Here it is. This is the Hail Mary. I'm going to get rich. You're not going to get rich. You don't even know what state or position you're in. You're not. The market runs on a cycle all day long. All day long. Okay? So that is the cues. We just played out the cues. Now, we'll take NVIDIA. I know you all love NVIDIA. I told everyone to get into it around 115. I added at 115. Did you do it? Probably not. All right, here we go. Remember, this is not financial, investment, or tax advice. This is for education purposes only, and you must trade at your own risk. Okay? This is a good one. NVIDIA to the moon. All right, on NVIDIA. Okay, traders, I'm going to bring you into the world of a VIPer. The VIPer can sit down 15 minutes before the bell goes off and know what their play is going to be. Where the amateur is sitting down at 7 a.m. and they're sitting in front of their desk for 2 hours before the play, before the market opens. That's the difference. Because they love the idea of being a trader, drawing their trend lines right here. Woo! Let's draw trend lines. They love the idea of being a trader. It's fun for them, marking up charts, trying to predict what the market's going to do. But they know they're about to lose. They know all this predicting is not going to pay off by the time 9:45, 10 o'clock comes around. Now they're all pissed off and they go into revenge trading. So what the VIPer is going to do is they're going to sit down and they're going to know they are in what state, everybody. VIPers, please tell our newbies in here, what state are we in? Boom. What state are we in? Narrow. What position are we in? I'll move this for you. What position are we in? 1. You're in a narrow state in a bullish position one. Which way, with an event, are you going, VIP? To the moon. You're going to take the long. We know that. When we see narrow state position one, we are like this. We are salivating. We are salivating. Okay? But the novice, and this is what our chart looks like, guys. Right what you see here. This is it. This is what the chart looks like. The novice has this going on. Are we ready? I got to pull it back for this. They're checking our RSI, their MACD. Do I have enough volume? We'll put some Bollinger Bands up here. We got horizontal lines flying everywhere from left to right. And that is what the chart of the novice looks like. So the bell goes off. This starts running to the upside. Should I get in? Should I get out? I don't know. RSI, MACD, volume. What do we got here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are the stars aligned? Is the sun going from the west to the east? Is it bright enough? Is it going to be a full moon tonight or a half moon? What time does the game start? Oh, my wife, do I have to go grocery shopping? Wait a minute. Nothing's in line. I'm not taking the trade. What? By the time the novice, after looking at all their bullshit here, because it makes them, they think they're smart now, by the time they look at all their bullshit, we are way up here. The VIP trader is done. They're done for the day. They are done. They're posting their trades in the VIP with their executions, and they're done. That's it. Okay? Is every day like that? No. But when we're in a narrow state, it is. Okay? And now you're trying to go long up here. Because now you have checked the million things on your chart, and for some reason you have convinced yourself that you are going long there, and you wind up losing, and all that 3 hours of trend lines, RSI checking is all out the window. Lino Rocha with the money gun! Adorable dad, yes! Well, if you guys keep hammering those roses, we got to keep going, right? We got to keep going. We'll lower it. But you see the difference, everybody? We were all there. We were doing the trend line thing. We were waking up at 7 a.m. marking our charts. We all had RSI, MACD, Elliott wave. We did it all. It's amazing how you never take anything off when it doesn't work, correct? So that's another thing that, and that's how our charts get to where they are. So you probably start off here with volume because they tell you to put volume down here, all right? Because you're in the penny stock market at that time. So you need to know the volume. Then that doesn't work. And then you throw on your RSI. That doesn't work. Here comes the MACD, right? The MACD's on. That doesn't work. Then we get into the Bollinger Bands, and then they all do the Elliott wave oscillator with the things down here. That's another mess, okay? And then we got Fibonacci lines all over the place here. We're trying to draw from the bottom to the top. Most of you don't even know how to draw the Fibonacci retracement level on your chart to begin with, so that's not going to be correct. And now we have a chart with trend lines flowing, and this is what it looks like. So how many of you have been in this position before? Say me in the chat. Robert Keller says, I just joined the VIP. I barely made a dent in the training, and my mind is already blown. Can't wait to digest. Good job, Robert. Yep, I saw you in there. Good job, my man. It'll all start making sense once you start trading. When you start trading and starting to get wins, you're going to say, I can't believe this. And I get it. Everyone's skeptical in the beginning. I would be skeptical. I would say, who's this guy? Where did this guy come from? I get it. The first thing I would do is go to the people who are in the group and say, is this for real or is this guy blowing smoke up my ass? I would go to the people who are in the education. I'm not going to the guy who's running it. I'm going to the people because they're going to give me their true take on it. Me before. Okay, so we have all me's in here, okay? Is that working for you guys? Is it? Keep tapping. We are at 94,000. Let's go. Is this working for you? I mean, if you have the Bollinger Bands, the trend lines, the MACD, the RSI, if your chart looks like that and it works, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Move on. Keep going. But if it's not working for you, don't you think adding more, keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. The more you add on your chart, the worse it gets. The worse it gets. I would be more happy if you guys started saying to me, I'm removing things off my chart. then we got hope, everybody. All right. But when you trade real, like you're doing this and you know what you're doing, this is what your chart looks like. Okay. Your 2 minutes going to have 2 things on it. Your 5, 15, 1 hour and daily will have 3. And that's optional too. We can take 1 off. All right. This is it, folks. But you're making it so much harder. It is hard. Trading is hard. But learning how to trade, the price action of it is simple. Okay? Remember, this is not, I got to say it, investment, tax, or trading advice. This is for education purposes only. You all are capable of doing this. Do you know that? I want to say this to you all right here, right now. How long have you all been trading for? Put it in the chat. 1 week, 2 months, 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, 30 years. How long have you all been trading for? Darko, never? Okay, maybe it's something you will want to do. 3 months, 1 week, 1 year. Well, see, 30 years, we got them all over the map. Look, put it in the chat. How long have we been trading? 1 year, okay? Look how far you've come already by losing, okay? Just as a human being, not knowing what to do, at least you're gaining some knowledge. You know certain things don't work. Now we're going to add on the actual full-blown stock market trading knowledge to what you already are doing. And you are going to see that what we teach you and how to trade based on market cycle, state, and position, because that's how you're supposed to trade, you're going to be mind blown on this. If you love doing this, you're going to keep going. If you don't love it, it'll be something you tried. You probably opened up a small business. That didn't work. Then you went to trading. Then you went to whatever it is they have out there these days, selling pots and pans, selling makeup, whatever it is. Okay? You'll just be on your journey trying to find what's best for you. But if you truly love trading and you give it everything you've got and you really learn how to do this and you are willing to learn, you're going to do good things. And here's a little hint for everybody. Guys, don't get mad at me, okay? Don't get mad. And the guys in here will tell you, some of our best traders, they're always female. We have a lot of female traders in our VIP. Guys, VIP guys, am I right? Don't get mad at me. I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating the facts, man. Don't get mad at me. VIPers, am I right, guys? Okay? It's the women. They are amazing at trading. And why is that? I said to my wife, why is that? She goes, because we have no ego. We have no ego. And it's so true. It's crazy. You know, when I was learning how to do this thing that I love called trading, and I was taught by one of the best teachers on the planet, all right? It's because we listen. Yeah. And he would say to me, until you can get you under control and until you can conquer you, you're just going to waste your time doing this. And I was like, what? What does that mean? Why? Who cares, me conquering? All I want to do is trade and make money. Why do I have to conquer me? Why? And he goes, the market will reveal that to you over time if you stick with it. He wouldn't give me the answer. What the fuck, man? I was so mad. What does that mean? And I would say, why do I have to conquer myself? How do I do that? The market will reveal that over time. VIP traders, has the market revealed that to you over time? Has the market revealed that to you over time? Yes or no? The bell went off in my head, like I told you yesterday, when I was patient and waited for an actual setup that I was being taught. There was only one setup I was allowed to trade, and I had to wait for it to form. I wasn't allowed to do it. I had to wait. There was nobody next to me. There was nobody live trading that I can go to and say, is now the time? Is this the time? Was this the time I was waiting for? No, because my mentor told me, you got to figure it out. If I'm sitting next to you, helping you figure it out, you're always going to rely on me to tell you when to enter. You must figure out your trading. I'll give you the blueprint of what works. You got to make yourself able to be patient to execute it. You must execute those trades. You must know when to get out. You must control your risk management. I can't hit the key for you. Right? Think about that. Think about that, traders. How many of you are like, where's the guy that's live trading so I can copy? How has that worked out for you? Where's the guy or girl that could give me those trading signals? How has that worked out for you? Because you've all tried it. I know you have. Because of desperation, because of emotions. So I was allowed to trade one setup and one setup only. And I was like, no! I was seeing all these other good trades go by that I wouldn't have been in. I would have entered wrong and lost on them. But I see things moving up, moving down, moving up. But I can't get in. I'm not allowed to yet. And then I took my first trade properly. And I got in the trade, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. I get into the trade, because it was close to something like this, to the downside, and my stock went down. I was in a short. It went down. And I was like, it's going in my direction. It's going in my direction. But I had to wait based on my risk to reward or when I can get out, and I got my 1-to-1, and I got out of the trade. And I was like, no way. Do you ever get into a trade and it just goes your way? Right? You're in a trade, bang, boom, you get out, done, went my way. You feel like you figured it all out. You figured out, like you just miraculously figured out the market. How many of you have had that feeling before? And then you're all revved up. The serotonin's going through the brain. You're like, yes, 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 right? And then you take your next trade and it's a total disaster again. You want to know why? Because you actually traded that trade that made you feel good in the correct state, in the correct position, in the correct market cycle. But you didn't know you did it. You didn't know you did it. You just got lucky. And then you went back to trading how you really trade and you lost because 90% of traders enter at the wrong time. But what if you knew why you won that trade? What if you traded that same setup over and over again and it was the right state, the right position, and right cycle? Then what will happen? Think about that, traders. Then what would happen? Okay? Then what would happen, my traders? Think about that. It's so true. It's crazy. It is absolutely. So then I said to myself, I told you the story yesterday. I'm going to take another trade. And it went and it worked again. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I felt like a damn fool for all those years trying to figure it out. Like, what was I doing? And I said to myself, it can't be this simple, this trading setups. I just got to wait for the setups. And then the bell went off and I said to myself, that's what it is. You must conquer that yourself. And I remember I was talking to my mentor in a meeting, a training, and we were talking about something else. And I kept typing, I need to say something. I need to say something. I need to say something. And he was ignoring me. I need to say something. I need to say something. And finally he was like, all right, what is it you want to say? I know what you mean now. I got to be disciplined. I got to be patient. I got to wait for my setups. And then I just got to execute. That was it. Not this 1 minute or 2 minute. Oh, 2 minutes is okay. 1 minute chart nonsense. Every time I see green, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Up here, momentum trade. They keep talking about. I used to think momentum trading. I'm going to say this. This is a little embarrassing. I used to think momentum trading was when you got a lot of green candles to the upside. Like the more you got, the better time it was to get in. That's what I thought momentum trading was. So I was like, all right, I'm on 8 green candles. I'm going to get in on the 9th one. And then I would get in and then this would happen. Whoosh. What? But it's momentum. It's momentum. How many of you used to think that? Put it in the chat. How many of you can honestly say you did that too? The more green you got, the better you thought the chances were of winning. Me. Yep, see? Right? And how many of you will continue to do it over and over and still lose? Loss, did it again, loss, did it again, loss, did it again, loss. How many of you did that? I did it. But then when I realized the market works on a cycle and the more green I get, the less chance of me winning a trade it goes down. I was like, no. Yeah. Wait a minute. So you're saying when I get multiple green candles to the upside, if I get in, the chances of me losing go up? Yeah. So be patient. Why? Because it's going to come back. No! This guy's full of baloney. Okay. I was trying to get in on the 20th candle. Okay, go do it. Let me know. Same thing to the downside. Ready? Oh, we had to move to the upside. Look, we're bleeding out. We're bleeding out. No, you're not. There's a couple reasons why we're not going short here. Very, 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 very good amount of reasons. But you're getting in down here. Look, we're bleeding out. We just went up. We got to close that gap. Where's the gap guy? We got to close that gap, baby. Woo, woo, woo. And then there's your loss. Close that gap. A part-time job, yes, you should always keep your whatever. You should have multiple streams of income, everybody. Multiple streams of income. This is 2025. There is no reason why people can't have multiple streams of income. All right? Thank you for the follow. Yes, it is. I appreciate all of you. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button, everybody. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. Okay? Hit that follow button. Let's go. Also, if you want to get into the VIP, you are going to head over to theVossTrading.com right here, or just click the link in my TikTok or YouTube bio. Just click it. Boom. It'll pop up for the VIP, or just type that into your browser. The choice is yours. All right? I love you guys. I think you all can really, really do this if you put the time that it takes to learn this. I get it. I get it. I was there once too. I wanted results now. Okay? I wanted results now. Andrew the Believer, Mr. Dave, Joe Trevelyan, Marcus, Lino Rocha, Adorable Dad, Zen Method, Christina Zen, Davey on to the moon, Touched by Tanya, Toya, Touched by Toya, thank you. Zen Method, Christina, Josh Leary, Candy. Who else we got here? OMZ, thank you so much. Jonathan, as always, thank you. Thank you to all our donators every day. I love you guys. Eli Shamat, Jonathan again. Zen, Sandra D, thank you, Sandra. And all the donators. Mr. Dave over there on the tubes. I appreciate you. I told you the mutants would just go away, didn't I? If we just ignored them. And they helped us out. Lito with the money gun. They helped us out with all those comments. TikTok was like, don't block them. Don't mute them. Ignore them. They disappear. They will just disappear. And they're helping the ALGO at the same time. By you blocking and muting, makes it worse. And I was like, really? And then everyone else, the big streamers are like, yes. Only pinning. And I was like, damn, it does work. See, they're gone, everybody. They're gone. Hello, Thomas. Yes, get a desktop or a laptop. Yes, professionals don't trade from their phones. Amateurs trade from their phones. Let me ask you a question, Thomas. Would you want to trade on your cell service? Yeah, so hard to ignore them, but on YouTube, girl mom, you guys can block them. Would you really want to trade on your Wi-Fi or cell service? How many times do you pick up your phone and say, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Ma, can you hear me now? And then how many of you go, it must be your phone? How many of you go, it's you right away. It's your phone. And then you look at your phone, you have 1 bar. And you're like, and she's like, no, honey, I got 5 bars. Nope, it must be your phone. Hear me now? But we're going to trade on that with our money. Okay. Let me know how that works out. Yeah, no, Josh, no phones, man. You got to trade on multiple time frames. All right, you can't. Please, folks, no, we're not trading on our phones. Okay. All right, folks, we'll be back on tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. New VIPers will get you all tagged up today, and you'll be able to start watching videos now. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.